Hello YouTube, this is my first video, and as you can hear, it was a little shout out to my French compatriot natural hypertrophy, so yeah, today I want to talk about why bro splits are not really bro splits, and why are they effective, and why I use them mainly. So yeah. As for the splits themselves, the most common bro split is 5 days a week, but I prefer to rearrange it and to schedule it around 4 days, and you will see in this video that bro split can really work well, and that they are not really bro splits. So first thing first, for example, my split right now is a 4-day split. So the first session I will do chest and biceps and abs, for example. But when you do your main compound movements for the chest, like barbell bench press or whatever. Me, for example, I love to use the decline bench more than the flat one, the flat version. So this is something you must find for yourself, and if your true goal is bodybuilding, you don't have to do the flat barbell bench press. Of course, it's a very good lift, and if you want to get stronger at it, there isn't any problem. You will still have some hypertrophy in this area, but not necessarily the chest. And for a lot of people, it can be quite a problem, So I really recommend you to try other things like dumbbell bench press or decline barbell bench or weighted dips, And but when you hit those compound movements, it will hit very hard your chest, obviously, but also your front delts and your triceps. So when you're doing a body part split like this, you hit multiple muscle at the same time, because you don't always isolate them, Same if you do your biceps just after, as I do, and you throw in some chin-ups, you work your back as well, your lats mainly, with your biceps. So yeah, a true bro split, as most people talk about it, because the main thing in the fitness industry is you only work each muscle group once a week, so it might not be ideal, but the thing is, you're not really working out a muscle once a week on a bro split, because as I said, if you do a lot of compound movements, you will end up with a high amount of volume on the smaller muscle groups. So yeah, and a true bro split, as it is called, would be only isolation movements, like if you do a true chest day, bro chest day, ending out working only your chest muscle, the session will look like you will do only some kinds of flies, so it's not even realistic, No one's, even the bros, the most bros of the bros, even them don't do only flies for the chest. So of course, if you do only that, it will be a chest day, but you'll quickly realize that if you do some compound movement, like bench or dips or whatever, incline, if it works your chest, you'll end up working every push, every muscle that involves a pushing movement, So chest, shoulder and triceps. And if you complement that with biceps, like as I said earlier, you can work your back with chin-ups. And so for the second day, for example, I work my legs, and you can arrange the days as you wish, as it's more convenient for you, and depending on your schedule, of course, obviously. So yeah, and even when you work your legs, for example, if you do some kind of squats, it works your lower back and upper back to some extent, If you complement that with some deadlift, Romanian deadlift, it will work your lower back, your upper traps, your glutes, and your whole posterior chain. So your forearms, rear delts, even the long head of your triceps is involved because it's in a stretch position. So you have indirect muscle activation during those sessions, so you end up hitting multiple muscle groups in one session indirectly, even without knowing it. So at the end of the week, you will have 2 or 3 times a week frequency on a given muscle groups. So for the third day, classic, I'll do a push day. Where I will have because I work mainly on my chest. It has always been a weak point. No, you can't really see it, but it was a really weak point for me, and I focused quite a lot on it. So I hit it directly twice a week, and on my push day, I will do, which is the third day, I will start with weighted dips. Not too wide because it bothers my clavicles. So medium grip, not too narrow as well. And yeah, I will complement that with some flies, cable, classic. And after that, for my delts, I only do lateral raises with cables mainly, with the attachment. Not too low, because if it's too low, it mimics a dumbbell and it loses point. The best thing to do for the lateral raise is to have the attachment at the same height as your hand, so you have constant tension on the lateral delt. So yeah. And after that, I will do the triceps with some classic pullovers, like screwovers. I know Fazlift on YouTube likes to call them like it, so it's a good name. And you have plenty of overlap here, chest, shoulder, triceps, almost the same as the first day, minus the biceps. And yeah, for the first day, I forgot to mention, I also do some pullovers, across the bench, dumbbell pullovers across the bench like this, and it works, yeah, the lats, so, and the long head of the triceps. So at the end of the day, it's almost an upper body day. And for the fourth and last day, it will be back the whole back, posterior chain. I do a lot of deadlift or rack pull, depends on week to week. I did a focus on deadlift and I hit my PR, which was 200 kilos on it last week. So now I will focus a bit on rack pull to do some volume on it and to give my lower back a rest a bit. But anyway, as for the rack pull, it will be my first movement of the day, followed by some weighted neutral grip chin-ups or pull-ups. For years I did wide grip pull-ups, but I wanted a change and focus more on the middle of my back, if I can say it like this. So I start neutral grip chin-ups because it's the best compromise to be at your strongest, when you have a neutral grip. And after that, I will do yet throw, supinate grip like this, bent over 45 degrees. So it will also work your lower back to some extent in a isometric fashion. So yeah, and your posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, same as with your deadlift or rack pull. And I will end up with, not end up, but I will follow it right now at least with some T-bar row, because I just want to try this movement. Before that, I used to do the one arm double row or seated cable rows, but I want to experiment with T-bar row. I will have some troubles when the weights will get heavier because of the lower back. After some heavy rack pulls 4 set, 3-4 set, and heavy bent over rows, 3-4 set, your lower back can start giving up. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah. And the last movement will be heavy shrugs, power shrugs. So I will cheat a bit with my legs to complete the movement, to have a heavier weight on the shrugs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But here again, you have some overlap. When you work your back, you hit your biceps plenty, brachioradialis, your forearm, and as well your rear delts. So this kind of splits isn't a true bro split, because the true bro splits are usually on 5 days, classical chest Monday, back Tuesday, leg Wednesday, shoulder on a Thursday, and the arms on Friday. But depending on how you arrange it, even this split, you can have every muscle group being hit 2 or 3 times a week. Apart from the legs, it can be hard, but if like me you do hinge variation, a deadlift variation in your back day, it will work your lower back, your glutes, your hamstring, and your quads to some extent. And if you truly want to have a twice a week frequency on your quads, because it's the only muscle groups that is hit only once directly, at least, you can finish up, or during your back workout, add some leg extension or another knee flexion, to add some volume if you need it. But then it's a personal choice, personal preference. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say today on body part splits. It was an improvised video, so if I forgot something, I might add it in the comment section down below. So yeah, but thanks for watching. Sorry. I'm still having trouble talking in English. I'm not used to do it because I'm French, so I barely speak English with anyone apart from the internet. So I rarely use my voice to speak English. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, and have a nice one.